Hi folks, welcome to Let's Go Car Cruising. My name's Mark and I'm a certified car nut. I go to car shows, cruise nights, cars and coffees, and anywhere there's automobiles and wheels, and I get the stories because the stories are where it's at. Today, something a little different. We're up in Winterport, Maine at the Winterport Dragway for the Pine Tree Jamboree, and we're going to see some really cool flathead Fords, be it 4-cylinder Model A, Model T, or 8-cylinder flathead Fords drag racing. So we're going to meet some people, we're going to get the stories of some cars, and we're going to watch some awesome, fun drag racing. And it's all in fun. So thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, click the like button for me, hit the subscribe, and ring that notification bell because there's a lot more cool stuff going. And instead of going car cruising, we're going car racing. All right, folks, we're here with Eli English, and Eli is the founder and head cook and chief cook and bottle washer for
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
The Pine Tree Jamboree. And congratulations on a wonderful event, Eli. I love it. First time up here, and it's a great time. So thanks for putting something like this together for all the hobbyists. And so tell me what it's all about.
Well, I do this kind of my way of giving back to the community, the hot rod community, that is. Started it technically 5 years ago. Started during COVID, so the first year was kind of like a soft opening, so to speak.
Sure, okay.
So we did come up here, but it wasn't really an official race. So this is our fourth actual year of racing here, and it's growing. Like this year, it's crazy. We have 110 cars pre-registered to race, hundreds of spectators at this point during the day. We probably expect over 1,000 over the weekend.
That's awesome.
But I do it as a, I don't make any money at Pine Tree. I give all the money to the racetrack to help support them.
Okay.
And vintage motorsports in general in New England. And,
sure.
So I do it that way just because I feel, you know, I have a hot rod shop, and it's a way that I can give back to all the people that help support what I do. So, yeah, so it's about community. It's a whole community event. People are coming in from all over the country and Canada to be here.
Right. Saw a lot of license plates.
Yeah, license plates from there's Pennsylvania. There's a bike here from Florida today. There's a lot of cars from northern Canada. I mean, there's one guy told me yesterday that he was 3 hours north of Quebec City. I said, well, how far is that from the Arctic Circle? He goes, oh, about 2 hours.
Oh.
So,
yikes.
Yeah, so these guys are coming a long ways to be a part of this. And it's just really cool to see it grow. And the sense of community here is huge. It's not about competition. It's friendly competition.
Sure.
Someone breaks, there'll be 10 people who will jump in and help you find parts and help you get going again.
I've seen a lot. I mean, I don't know hardly anybody here, but I've seen a lot of that going on. There's a lot of people. And
most of these people don't know each other. They just, or they know of each other through the internet or whatever.
Yeah.
But for the most part, people come here, they meet each other for the first time, being friends on the internet or Facebook or whatever.
Sure.
And then, you know, something might happen. They'll say, hey, do you have this part? Or do you have this part? And the next thing you know, you've got 3 of what you need showing up.
Right.
It happened on one of my cars the other day. I lost the head gasket in my Model T. I put a word out on the internet. I was looking for one, and next thing I know, 5 of them showed up. 5 head gaskets. I only need 1, but that's okay.
Hey.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
So tell me what you got going on behind you here.
Oh, so we decided this year to do something a little different and put an engine in the dragster. So I had run it last year. Was doing very well, and then the engine started going away on it. So for the fun of it this year, I got a junkyard engine. This literally came out of a fire truck in New York. I brought it home, we pressure washed it, cleaned it up a little bit. I did pull the heads off of it to make sure that it was usable.
Sure.
And we're just gonna put it in and see what happens. There's nothing done to it, there's no special tricks. We are simply taking all the old parts off from the old engine we took out, and we're putting it on this engine to see if we can make it work.
And we'll be hopefully taking a spin down the track with it this afternoon.
I'm hoping this afternoon we'll be making some passes. We're actually pretty close now. The motor's in it, it's all bolted up. It's just a matter of putting all the parts and pieces that, you know, components back onto it. And then, again, we got friends helping, jumping in. Cody's doing an oil pump right now. And you know, it's been a kind of a revolving project. Through a whole bunch of us has been jumping in on and off. And we have a few minutes here and there.
Sure, yeah.
And it's not a rush to get done, but you know, like I said, it's a spare time, kind of a fun thing. People enjoy watching it.
Right. Yep. Oh, I'll be waiting for you.
Yeah.
Waiting for you to take the green light. So That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Eli. I appreciate you taking the
thank you.
time to say hello, and congratulations, and thank you for putting on an event like
Thank
this
you.
and
Appreciate
and
it.
helping out the community. And
Great.
we're going to see if we can get it out there and make it a little bit more popular for you.
Yeah, we had airplanes today, which is
There,
awesome.
there you go. I got some of that.
Yep,
Yeah, I got some of that.
And also Transportation Museum's been a big part this year.
Yeah.
If you have a chance, if you're ever in Maine, come up and check out their museum. It's one of the best interactive automotive museums in the country, I would say.
Awesome.
You can actually take vintage plane rides. You can take vintage car rides. They have all kinds of exhibits that you can interact with, and it's a really cool place. So.
Sounds like a plan, man.
All right.
Thanks. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
All right, folks, we're here with Brett, and Brett's going to tell me about this little hot rod pickup truck. So it's all kind of cobbled together, different stuff, you said, right?
Yeah, it's a mutt.
Okay.
we think it's 28 front and rear end. The frame is a 30. No idea what the motor is.
Model A, right?
Yep.
Or is
Model
it? Okay.
3-speed. The cowl from here back is all handmade. That's I believe a 28 Chevy, but I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Not 100% sure.
So a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything, yeah.
There you go. But it looks like it's a blast.
Floorboards came straight from the state of Maine.
There you go.
But yeah, it should be fun. This is my first year out with it.
Yeah, I'm up with a friend and his first year out as well. So
I got drugged down here last year and decided, I probably need to be a part of this. So.
yeah. We bought all kinds of goodies last year at Hershey for him planning to come this year for his first time. So,
Nice.
So yeah, gonna
That's
have a
what
fun
it's all
time,
about.
and that's what it's all about.
That's
there
what
you go.
exactly.
Well, thanks for taking the time to say hi, Brett.
You bet.
And have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
All right.
Just talking.
That's it. Hey, we're gonna have fun in this one, folks. Wow. Woo-hoo.
Lots of laughs here.
Got a helmet to fit my big squash, and we're gonna send it.
Oh yeah. So, for me, like the biggest part is I did not grow up around this. This is I like to say this is through osmosis, right? So
Yep.
It is totally in our boy's DNA. But Eli, he grew up with this with his grandfather.
Okay.
And for me, he was a blind date, and he picked me up in a 1955 Ford. And the ironic thing was, exact same car my dad had been building for 30 years.
Wow.
So my father works for us now. You know that saying, you marry somebody like your dad is 100% true for me. But my first drag race was in 2015. And it's true. You get the bug. Like, you got in my car and you said, oh, I'm going to have to get one of these. And that's really where it starts. So we built my car in 100 days after it sat for like 9 years. And the rest is kind of history. But this is my car.
So what is it, quickly?
It's a 1929 Model A Roadster.
Okay.
And other than that, I'm not a gearhead. I'm just very, very fortunate to have a husband who's very knowledgeable and aesthetically is very, very specific.
Yep.
So.
And it's cool as hell.
Yeah, but and I let him drive it too because sometimes it's fun just being a passenger.
Yep.
But the boys are no longer allowed to race because when they race here, they break stuff.
Yep.
And we have a saying in my family: if you break it, you fix it.
Yep.
I have yet to break my own car, and we're not gonna set a different record this year.
There you go.
But so far, like my own personal goal, I do this to have fun, to share, give everybody rides and all, And but my own personal goal is I think I've hit 60 miles per hour once on this track.
Well, I got a little bit of extra weight in the car on you this time, so probably won't help.
That's why I haven't let anybody else in until now. So you're my first passenger. I don't know if you saw my sister's facial expression. Oh, no, but this is I can't thank you enough for coming here today.
Well, I met Eli's sister yesterday.
Oh,
and her husband, and his parents.
Oh, yeah.
So what a wonderful family. They were gracious and friendly and accommodating.
Very welcoming, yes.
Yeah, welcoming the whole thing.
Yeah, and one of the things that we really, really like to emphasize is how family-oriented this is. I mean, when my boys started here, they were 13 years old, no license, you know?
Yep.
They built their truck, and I'm sure you've heard the story.
Yep.
But,
yep. I interviewed the both of them. Did a great interview yesterday. Yeah. So awesome.
Yeah. Well, now they're bigger. Yeah. So we're very fortunate.
Looks like we're
they
up
help
next,
us out a lot. Oh yeah. Yeah, and Alden's girlfriend Kylie, she raced for the first time in her boss's truck. So that was pretty cool to see that. She's so excited.
What a great time. Didn't expect this at all. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is
the first weekend we've had straight through beautiful weather. So people were on our side. We had over 66 tech cards this morning.
Wow.
And throughout the day, hopefully that'll increase. Just a little.
All right, let's see how good you are on a tree.
I know. I kind of messed it up last time, huh? We'll see.
An eighth of a mile is just not
right. We'll see how I did. I don't know.
It sounded good to me.
You know, for me, honestly, I just hold on to the tickets and I'm like, okay. And this is the first year I've really started paying attention to them, just to see, just to learn.
So
you know.
maybe I brought you a little luck that
maybe.
pass.
That was Friday the 13th yesterday.
You caught a good light, so you know.
Yep.
I had to teach Walter yesterday. Yeah. You go on the second yellow. You don't wait for the green. Oh, really? I said, yeah, they're killing you at the light, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what John says to me. He gives me little tidbits of like, hey, Lise, I try.
That's awesome. Woohoo!
So, were you here last night or just came in today?
We stayed back at Walter's house last night,
okay.
so we came up yesterday and we drove back today.
Yeah. Hi! How did I do? I did good. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Oh, a little slower. No, I'm kidding. 56. So I was. You know, I do have a passenger, so.
Yeah. I know. I need a diet. Yeah. I'm working on it.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I told Walter, I said, take the spare tire off your car. That's unusable weight. Unnecessary weight.
Because I still have a full rumble seat in the back. And I was like, do I? Don't I? What should I be doing here, you know?
Oh, so we're going to try it again?
We'll try it again. We'll see. We'll see.
All righty. He's cheating.
Uh-oh.
Look at him.
Now we got blue.
There we go. Here we go. Go, go, go!
That's here today. I got this massive truck clutch.
There you go.
It's not the car, it's the operator, I promise. You know, it is funny though. You put Eli in this car and it's a totally different car. Sometimes what I like to do, just to see, is I like to have Eli, I'm like, hey, just come take a drive with me. And he's like, what? I go, I just want to take a drive with you. Then let's go run it down the track, just so I can see and kind of gauge what he's doing.
Learn a little bit.
Yes, yeah. Exactly. So, but it was funny because Gabby, that 55B in the Model A, she's been running. We did a track, a run down the track last year, and her significant other was with her. Eli was with me, and I took off, and Eli's like, "What are you doing?" John says to Gabby, "What is she doing?" I was like, "I'm waiting for Gabby." He's like, "No!" Thank you. How'd we do? 56? What did we have before? Oh, I was a little slower that time.
I don't know, it felt good.
Speed-wise, it did. It felt good.
Well, thanks a ton. That's awesome.
Oh, you bet. I'm so glad to share.
I'm going to get rid of your extra weight in the car, and
All right.
you can have an awesome rest of your day.
I appreciate it.
Thanks
Do you want me
again.
to bring you up there?
No, it doesn't matter. I can
Okay.
jump out here, I guess. But we'll say goodbye for now. All right, we're here with Josh, and Josh is going to tell me about this cool little blue Model A, right?
Yeah, so this is a 29 Model A Roadster, traditionally done. So we got a 59 AB flathead.
Oh, okay. Yep. Ah.
Dual carb on Offenhauser intake. All traditionally done with a lot of little modifications that you got to really dig deep to find.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, so kept to like 1955
Okay. Period.
theme to it. Yep, stayed very period correct. Still running 6-volt setup. It's got the 3-speed behind it. Still a banjo rear end. Yeah. So just
a recent build, or have you had it for a while?
We have had it on the road for, I think this is its 8th year.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've been up to the Pine Tree. This is our 3rd time up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
First time for myself and
Yeah.
my friend Walter, so we're just
Yeah.
gonna run it and have fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hell of a time. It's a great time. So we broke last year. I blew 1st and 2nd gear out of it.
Oops.
And yeah, so we're back in. And we'll see what we can do this year. So
There you go.
But yeah, it puts a smile on your face. It's a
Absolutely.
good event.
So
Great
we're gonna have a
event.
good time, and
Yes.
thanks for saying hi and tell us about
Hey.
the car.
All right,
And good
thank
luck
you.
to you.
Okay.
Thanks. Custom camper they bring to the races. It's on a newer, somewhat Chevy 1-ton chassis. And there you go. Here's Walter coming up in a left-hand lane, getting ready. He's got a newer, looks like an Oldsmobile, or Pontiac, alongside of him. And they're both staged, and boom, there goes the light, and Walter got him at the tree, and he's off down the track. Let's see how he does, what kind of time he turns, and we'll watch it, and let's see. All right, folks, we're here with Ben, and Ben's going to tell us the story of the old gray mare.
This is a fabulous car that was first conceived and built in a junkyard near Boston, Mass, starting in the winter of 1934.
Really?
And it
Okay.
hit the road in the spring of 35. It was built first as part of a kit that they found in a crate in a warehouse to build a Model T Speedster.
Oh.
And it quickly evolved into what you see here. The T engine didn't last.
Okay.
And I don't think there's anything left on it that came from that original kit.
Okay.
It's reportedly made out of 17 different vehicles. It has a Whippet frame, Franklin steering, Rolls-Royce handbrake, Hudson IndyCar cowl, Bugatti tail and radiator surround, Ford 34 Ford rear, Model A Ford front end, etc. It just goes on like that and on.
That's really cool.
It's called a special.
Yes.
And it was built for the ARCA, which was the Auto Racing Club of America, which if you come around here, you can see the emblem.
Right, yeah.
ARCA was sort of a silver spoon club between the upper end guys in Manhattan and the upper end guys in Boston.
Okay.
And they did a racing from 1934 to 1942 when onset of World War II, it was broken up.
Sure.
It became SCCA after World War II.
Oh, I see, okay.
This particular car I restored from photographs the way it looked in 1939,
Okay.
because it won the club championship in 38 and got to wear the number 1 in 39.
Ah, there you go.
The running gear, as I said earlier, is mostly Ford. It's got a Ford flathead V8 engine, which this one's a little bit later than it ran. This is a 1942 engine. It always ran a 36 and newer engine in the day.
Okay.
I found a block, but I haven't gotten it together yet.
Ah, I see.
If you've ever been to Mount Washington in New Hampshire,
I have.
this car won the car event there 3 times in the 30s,
Ooh.
setting a record in 38 that wasn't broken until 53. I currently race it with the Vintage Sports Car Club of America
Okay.
on road courses, and I come here because I love the flathead stuff.
Sure.
This is my 104th event since 19.
Oh, so you drive the wheels off it.
2024.
That's awesome.
And very proud to be its current caretaker. Someday it'll go on to somebody else.
Because we are just caretakers,
We
right?
are.
Absolutely. So you're going to run it here today?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, I'm hoping to catch some of that action as well.
Good.
So thanks for taking a minute and telling me about the car. I love the history, and I enjoy learning about it as well.
Cool.
So.
And you had to photograph that whole.
Oh, I will,
that's
yeah.
the whole story of it right there.
Cool.
So, how it was done.
All right. Thanks again, and good luck. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right, something happened here, folks, and I am very upset because this was an awesome interview. These are Eli and Lisa's 2 sons, and this is the homeschool hot rod. When COVID hit and they got sent home from school, this was their project, and they assembled it all by themselves, got it up, got it together, got it running, and they are now racing it and driving the wheels off it. It's a 28, 29-ish Ford Model A pickup. Got a later flathead V8 in it. And they fabricated the cab, the back half of the cab, and the roof, and got sedan doors on it, chopped it a little bit, and got a 32 grill shell on the front of it. And this thing runs like mad. They do great with it, and their pride shows through. And again, I am really so sorry that the audio messed up, and my fault, my bad, operator error in some way, shape, or form. But these guys were awesome, and they had a great weekend, and it was super enjoyable to talk to them about their accomplishment in building this truck. All right, top light is pre-staged, bottom light is staged, and let her rip, tater chip. Here we go, and they're off. Down the track they go. Shows their reaction times. And then, at the end of the track, shows their elapsed times. 10:08, that's all in the mail. Here with Steen.
Yes.
And Steen's going to tell us about this 5-window coupe.
Yeah, my good friend Howard Town and Gino, they built the car.
Okay.
And I had the engine built by R&L Engines.
Okay.
And last year was the first time we run it up here.
Okay. How's it go?
Goes good. It's 222 horsepower, 293 cubic inch.
Okay.
Usually a flathead's 239 cubic inch, but
Okay.
last year we had some trouble with it. Wouldn't have run it if it weren't for our friend Robbie over here. He went and welded up the linkage for us on the transmission. Jumps right in and helps us. And
I've noticed it's a wonderful community.
yes, it is. Yep.
Very, very helpful, and
I think, Robbie, do we have the fastest speed so far today? Probably close to yeah, I think we got 70, yeah, like 75 miles an hour. 74. Yeah, we got the best burnout.
There you go.
With him driving it. But I kind of built it more for my wife. Tried to build it strong enough so it wouldn't break.
There you go. And you
about
go
it.
out and you have a ball with it.
Yeah, just have fun. We're just up here to have fun.
Absolutely.
Ain't nothing about winning, beating anybody. It's just to have fun. Beat your own time.
Beat your own time.
Yeah, and speed.
Well, awesome. Well, thanks for taking a minute
Yeah,
to tell me
thank
about
you.
the car.
Nice to meet you.
Good luck working on it, and
Oh,
go
thank you.
fast and hold it straight.
All right, thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, let's watch Steen. He's lined up in the left lane. up alongside Eli's son, and he's gonna get staged and take the light, and let's go. And they're off. He got treed a little bit, but he's got a little bit more motor, and he is not afraid to run that girl hard. And man, there he goes. 10-2 in the 8th mile at 68 miles an hour to a 10-9 at 59 miles an hour. All right, we're here with Alan, and he's a volunteer?
Warren.
Yep, he's with the Owl's Head Transportation Museum in beautiful Owl's Head, Maine.
Yeah, I'm a staff member.
A staff member, okay.
Yeah.
And he's going to tell us about this Krager special. So,
okay.
What do we got going on here?
Yeah, well, this has been at the museum for quite a long time, the late 80s, maybe.
Okay.
We don't go out and buy anything at the museum. It's all donated vehicles for the most part.
I see, okay.
And some we keep, some we don't. It's always politics behind what's there and what isn't. And this particular vehicle, a couple of the trustees were real interested in early racers, and there was even talk about building a racetrack at that time.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. So this kind of stemmed out of that enthusiasm, and it was built by Freddie Holbrook and Jim Rockefeller, who live in Camden.
Okay.
And was built out of authentic parts, and we've had at the museum just to have fun with ever since.
Okay.
And it has gone through a few more modern modifications to make it runnable around when we have crowds and that kind of stuff. But it's basically a Model B engine.
I see,
with a Krager overhead valve conversion, says Krager right here on the top. Same outfit that makes Krager wheels today.
Didn't know that they made those.
Yeah, they made a lot of stuff.
Okay.
And Winfield carburetors, which were the go-to carburetors at the time. Handmade exhaust and intake manifold. Model A 3-speed transmission. And I believe they're Essex frame rails. I could be wrong on that, but that was the thing back then.
Okay.
And the rest of it is Ford parts, probably about 1938 or so.
Okay.
Everything's kind of handcrafted. This would be kind of the upper scale racer that you would do back in the 30s.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Where it's not like Indy, but horse racing tracks.
I see.
Dirt tracks.
Yep.
And a lot of hand-formed parts in this. You could race just an open chassis. They're very economical to go racing back in those days. Maybe go out and make yourself $25 if you win. Big money in the Depression.
Right.
But this one is kind of an upper scale. Somebody would have built this back in the day would have been putting some real money and effort into it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
the rear end is locked.
Oh.
You know, when you're on dirt, you don't want one wheel spinning and one wheel not spinning.
Okay.
Over on this side is, if you want to follow me, the controls. You have a pump for pressurizing the fuel tank. So while you're running the car, you're pumping this. This is the brakes. About the only Model T part on the whole thing is the brake lever.
Okay.
And if you're using the brake lever, you're not going to win the race anyway. So you don't have much to worry about there.
Right. Yeah.
And these funny-looking skids up here up front are the metallurgy back in the days. It's not like today, and so it wasn't unusual for a spindle to break or a wheel to break. And this would make it so the axle wouldn't dig into the pavement or the dirt and flip you over. You'll notice there's no roll bar in this thing.
Right.
So and there were no seat belts, although it has seat belts now.
Right.
That's one of those modifications. If you roll a car or it goes over the high side, your chances of surviving without major injury or death pretty slim.
That's when men were men.
When men were men. Yeah, absolutely. People died, and and that was the thing.
All just to go fast.
Yeah, but our modifications for running it slower. And Al is here somewhere. Our volunteer has been working on this. We put battery start in it. There's an alternator in it. There's a radiator fan in it. And not too long ago, we blew the head gasket, and there was no oiling on the top end of the engine prior to this. You race for 10 minutes, and then when you come back, you pop this off and oil up your rockers.
Oh.
We don't want to do that. We're not racing the car.
Right.
So Al pressurized the oiling system on the top of the engine.
Okay.
It was pressurized on the bottom, and that's one of the good things about the Model B engine over the Model A engine.
Yeah.
They're near identical, but the Model B engine, a little bigger piston size, and the crankshaft was drilled and pressure oiled. So in a Model A, you had pressure oiling, but no holes in the crankshaft. It just oiled at them, not in them. So the B engine was the one to go for.
Right.
And when you went for parts for this to build a racer, you just went to the junkyard. That's where you went.
Yeah.
Traeger built a cylinder head, overhead valve, and Chevy overhead valve engines were very popular. And there were other companies that would build it. But Traeger was one of the big ones.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking the time to say hello, Warren, and tell me about the car. And again, another shout out to the Owl's Head Transportation
Come down
Museum.
and check us out.
Come down and check us out. It's a beautiful place.
We got a lot of stuff. All this row here, the little mini bike, the hill climber over there on the stand is all available to see, and much, much more down at Owl's Head Transportation Museum.
Perfect. Thank you again, sir. Have a great day.
Very good. Very good. Thank you very much.
I switched the fuel caps on this. This one couldn't even hardly turn it. Pretty good though. Yeah. I remember when you were waiting.
Drive away without a map. I know. You're totally boxed in.
What's this one?
It is.
Honey.
There's Eli getting a bucket truck ride to take a picture. World War II trainers from Owl's Head Transportation Museum in Owl's Head, Maine, doing a flyby this morning. Ooh, they're gonna buzz.
Courtesy of Owl's Head Transportation Museum, we definitely appreciate those guys bringing those aircraft to us here today.
All right, we're here with Christine, and she's got a matching shirt for the car, and East Coast, yeah, Movie Works, there you go. Tell us about the car, Christine.
This is a 1928 Model A with a 1958 Ford motor in it.
A flathead V8, yeah,
That's
okay.
correct. It's a period correct 50s hot rod. So it's apparently considered a classic build.
Okay.
And our good late friend, Jack McDonald, had started this project in his backyard before he passed. And I inherited the car. We had it finished by another great friend, Howard Town, up in Dorchester, New Hampshire, who has spent his whole life doing and restoring vintage cars.
Cool.
And so this is what we have.
And you ran it yesterday? You haven't run it today yet?
We have not gone out yet today.
Okay.
We've gone to a couple of events.
Okay.
And it's just fun.
Yeah. It's a great time. My first time up here, and definitely after going for a ride with Eli's wife, I said, I might have to build one of these bad boys.
It's very addicting.
Yes.
To say the least. I would have never thought you could have so much fun with this old of a vehicle.
Right.
But the community is like none other.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I see groups of people that didn't show up together working on cars to get people fixed.
That's exactly it. It kind of takes me back to more of the, I'm going to date myself here, the 80s and 90s that I grew up with, where you didn't have to know the people. You didn't get anything in return other than helping someone.
Yeah.
And that's what's so great about the hot rod and vintage car community in a whole, is that you always are going to have somebody. You don't have to worry about bringing every tool, because these cars require you to have something all the time. And the big thing is we all have the old style nail files, the metal ones, because you have to clean points.
Sure.
Things clog. Things catch fire.
Yeah, welcome to old cars, right?
Exactly. But the best thing about these old cars is that we had one catch fire going down the road.
Oh.
You put it out, you keep going.
Yep.
They are built to last, but there's a lot of work that's involved in them.
Right.
You definitely, is not a activity that you're just going to go out and expect everything to run smooth. And if it does, something's not going right.
You had a lucky day.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Thanks for taking the time to say hello, and
thank you.
Good luck running it today.
Yep.
And have a ball with it.
We're going to try. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we're here with Bob, and Bob's got this cute little Model A Roadster here, and he's going to go racing with it. So
yeah, it's a 29 Roadster. Picked up the body just over a month ago.
Oh, really?
And I put this car together in 28 days to come to Pine Tree. But I had the motor that I had in another car that I took out the drivetrain because it's a pretty special motor.
Okay.
And this car just was the fit for the motor. So it's a 1932 B motor that's been highly modified back in the 30s.
Oh, really?
So
okay, wow.
It actually came out of an old sprint car. So there's lots of motor work done to it, all period stuff. So
I see the downdraft.
Yep, got an 84 downdraft. 48. I'm sorry.
So what's been done inside the motor?
Oh, inside it's got a big.
I see that it's running a mag.
Big stroke. It's running a mag, American Bosch magneto with a Sims coupler. So it's really get some fine tuning out of it. But in itself, it's got a 400 lift cam in it that was it's a 5-bearing 28 cam that was reground, welded and reground.
Wow.
Which is pretty cool because you can see all the porosity
in
the weld onto the cam.
Okay.
So it's crude, but it's really cool. And it's got 1 3/4 Buddha valves, truck valves actually.
Wow.
So like the stock is inch and a half. So
it makes a little bit of power.
It's making a lot of power.
Yeah.
I blew first gear on it yesterday.
Oh, how'd it run before that?
Enough to blow first gear right out of it.
Oops.
Yeah. But you know, it's okay. I don't mind. I took all the teeth out and I'm going to run it in second gear today.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun car. I've built a couple of them and have been just changing parts over.
Yeah.
So this one started out as a total frame. Everything was apart. There was nothing. This car did not exist.
Right.
A little over a month ago.
They are delicious.
And,
Awesome.
I just went to it. And
There you
put
go.
It together.
Well, thanks for taking the time to say hello, Bob, and tell me about the car.
Brisket, pulled pork.
Looks like a ball. Maybe I might have to put one together.
You might have to.
I might have to.
This is the event to do it, I'll tell
Yeah.
you.
So
There's a lot of guys who've done that. They just put it together and come racing.
Come racing.
The greatest event ever right here.
So good luck to you. Have a great day.
All right, thanks, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Home-built rail.
Let's go racing.
That's a big block flathead over there. 59 Ford. Second pass at 63, a whole shot win.
All right, looks like Walter's lined up against Lisa again, and they're ready, and let's go. Oh, it looks like he might have got her on a tree, and he's off. Down a track, I think this might be his best run of the day. They're close. Let's look at the times. And Walter turns a 12:02, 58, and I think Lisa was 57. So I think he might have got it. All right, folks, that's about it for the Pine Tree Jamboree up here in Winterport, Maine, at the Winterport Dragway. Thanks to Eli English and his family for putting on a great event and being friendly, welcoming, and just a great time for me. Thanks to his wife Lisa for taking me for a ride in her hot rod race car down the track a couple times. What a hoot. Great time, great family event. The camaraderie, the friendship, the helpfulness of everyone in the crowd is amazing. It's a good point to be here next year. Thanks for watching, I really appreciate it. Don't forget, give me a thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and ring that notification bell because there's a lot more cool stuff coming out. Get your cars out, friends. Take them for a ride, use them. Come to an event like this, enjoy the old flatheads racing, and have a good time. Get your cars out, enjoy them. And most of all, let's go car cruising.